are signs of division between Arab leaders over how to deal with Iran after emergency summits in Saudi Arabia. The Gulf Cooperation Council and the Arab League have largely backed Saudi's condemnation of Tehran. But Iraq rejected the final statement. Qatar's Prime Minister was also there in the first high-level meeting with blockading nations in nearly 2 years. Simmons reports.
This is the first high-level contact between Qatar and Saudi Arabia for nearly 2 years. The Qatari Prime Minister Sheikh Abdullah bin Nasser bin Khalifa Al Thani and Saudi King Salman bin Abdulaziz. The Saudis are trying to show they have wider backing in their effort to counter what they say is Iran's growing influence. The Qatari Prime Minister here briefly shaking hands with the King of Bahrain, Kuwait's Emir trying to encourage some dialogue, as he has done since 2017. He's been attempting to mediate in the dispute between Qatar and the blockading countries of Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, the United Arab Emirates and Egypt. What the Saudis want to do is to try to project a united front.
The Iranian regime interfered in our internal affairs and developed ballistic and nuclear weapons. It affects navigation and international oil. This is a naked aggression against our stability and international security.
But Iraq objected to a communiqué attacking Iran, issued later, which supported the right of Saudi Arabia and the UAE to defend their interests following what they say were attacks on shipping and oil installations.
My brothers, in the midst of this tense time and the quick developments and a tense regional and international environment full of threats, we are watching before our eyes the escalation of a regional and international crisis which can turn into a war that will engulf us all.
The Saudis may have the support of the United States, but some observers think their tactics are high risk when the GCC is so divided.
Instead of uniting and unifying the Gulf region to stand as a bloc, a solid bloc, they are actually dividing it into different countries. They are disintegrating the regional organization, the GCC.
A reference there to the blockade of Qatar after allegations made by Saudi, the UAE, Bahrain and Egypt that the country backs terrorism, accusations firmly denied by Qatari leaders. Saudi Arabia isn't giving the impression any breakthrough is imminent.
Qatar participated in previous summits, so it is not new. It is true this time they were represented by the Prime Minister. The Saudi stance, like the other countries, is that we are looking for a solution for the causes of the problems and the crisis between these countries and Qatar. Hopefully there will be a solution if Qatar comes back to the right path.
But the issue of Iran dominates the thinking and talking. Saudi Arabia may regard support from the GCC and the Arab League as a diplomatic advantage, but with opposition led by Iraq, the message isn't one of full Arab unity. Simmons, Al Jazeera.